everyone, welcome to IIT JAM Chemistry. I wish you happy new year to everyone. And today we are going to discuss about the pH calculation. This is very important in our JAM exam and CSR and GATE exam. Okay, please note first what is this pH scale? pH scale. Please note pH scale. What is the general formula for pH? The pH equal to minus log of H plus. Right? Similarly, what is POH? What is POH? That equal to what? The minus log of OH minus. Minus log of OH minus. Okay. What is P means? The power of concentration of ion. Please note the power of the concentration of H plus and OH minus ions. OH minus ions in a solution. H plus ion na acid, OH minus ion na base. Okay. Now, listen, at very important, at 25 degrees Celsius, okay, very important, the pH equal to 7. What is called this neutral solution, right? This neutral solution. Then pH is less than 7. We call that is acidic solution. That is acidic solution. Please note, acidic solution. And pH that is greater than 7, we call what? We call that is also basic solution. Understand? Please note. Now see, in case of water molecule, what is the decomposition? What is going to happen? Going to happen what? H3O plus OH minus. Okay, I take 2 moles of water. Listen, note. In the universe, okay, the H plus ion not exist. H plus ion is not exist. It's not exist. It always, please note, it always in the form of H3O plus ion. What is H3O plus ion? That is called hydronium ion. That is called what? That is called hydronium ion. Okay. Now we know that in H2O, okay, we know that the concentration of H plus, what is the value? 10 power minus 7. Okay. What is concentration of base? This also 10 power minus 7. What is pKa? pKw? Please note. What is pKw? That is what? The ionic product of water. Okay. What is pKw? It's a very important formula. Please note that is what? Nothing but the pH plus POH. But nothing but what is the value? Value is 14. The pKw. What is pKw? The ionic product of water. This you have to know before solving the pH calculation problems. Okay. Now there are different cases. Okay, for strong acid, for weak base. Okay, for mixture of strong acid, strong base, the mixture of weak acid, weak base. We're going to apply what? The different concept to find out the pH. Okay, this is a part 1, and part 2 I will discuss the other combination. Now I'm going to discuss about what? How to find out the pH of strong acid and strong base and weak acid, weak base. Okay, this video I'm going to discuss about what? How to find out the pH of the strong acid and strong base and weak acid and weak base. Okay, the 2 cases I'm going to discuss now. Please note the case number 1. Case 1. Okay. pH calculation for strong acid and strong base. Strong acid and strong base. Strong base. Okay. Before going into the calculation, I'm going to give the hint for you. Please note the hint. It's very important. Please note. See students, okay, all the solution, okay, listen, all the solution aqueous state only. All the solution. If you take acid, or if you take base, anything, solution, which in aqueous state. It means what? The combination with waters. Okay, for example, I take HCl, I put aqueous. It means what? In HCl, water also present. But I take NaOH, sodium hydroxide. In sodium aqueous, what does aqueous mean? The water also present with sodium hydroxide. Okay, in all the solution, I will take what? Only aqueous medium. Okay, please note. Now, if you look at the concentration of acid, okay, this acid concentration, it should be greater than 10 power minus 6 iron. Now, very important. Okay, the concentration of acid is greater than 10 power minus 6 iron. I told before, right? All the solution in aqueous state, right? In aqueous state, what will happen? The concentration H plus also there, right? What is the value? And 10 power minus 7. What is concentration OH minus value? It should be 10 power minus 7, right? This also contribute in the during the calculation of pH value. Okay. If the acid concentration 10 power minus 6, please note the contribution of, please note the contribution of H2O of H plus ion. For H plus ion, ignore. We have to ignore this value. Don't take this value. Okay. Ignore. I do the problem, you understand better. Ignore. Okay. At the same time, the acid concentration is less than 10 power minus 3. For that case, the contribution of H2O of H plus ion is considered very important. You take what? The water contribution H plus concentration in the acidic solution is similar to the base. Similarly, in case of base also, the concentration of base is greater than 10 power minus 6. Okay, minus 6. The contribution of, please note, the contribution of H2O of H plus is ignored. H plus ion is ignored. Please note. Similarly, the concentration of base is less than 10 power minus 6. The contribution of H2O, not H plus OH minus a base, right? Here OH, put OH minus. Here OH minus ion. Okay. The contribution of water. Of OH minus ion is considered. This is considered. Okay. This is considered. Please note. This is considered. Our contribution also is same, right? We have to consider the H plus concentration. If the acid concentration less than what? 10 power minus contribution. Okay. Please note. 10 power minus 6. So all value 10 power minus 6. Okay. So acid concentration 10 power minus 6 அதிகமா இருந்துச்சுனா ignore பண்ணிடணும். கம்மியா இருந்தா கன்சிடர் பண்ணணும். புரியுது? அதே மாதிரி கான்சன்ட்ரேஷன் பேஸ் கான்சன்ட்ரேஷன் வந்து 10 power minus 6 அதிகமா இருந்தா you have to ignore பண்ணணும். அதே 10 power minus கம்மியா இருந்துச்சுனா you have to consider பண்ணணும். புரியுதா? I mean it means what? 10 power minus 6 கம்மியா இருந்துச்சுனா அந்த கான்சன்ட்ரேஷன் வாட்டரோட கான்சன்ட்ரேஷன் சொல்யூஷன்ல வந்து pH calculation இன்வால்வ் ஆகும். Okay, this is very important. 4 key point during what? Solving the pH problem. Now start the first question. Please note. Okay, calculate the question number 1. Calculate the pH of the 10 power minus 3 molar SCl. Now see, what is the constant H plus here? What is constant H plus here? Here 10 power in SCl. Okay, 10 power minus 3 molar. Now tell me this acid concentration what? It should be the greater than what? 10 power minus 6. Yes or no? Compare 10 power minus 3, 10, which is higher value, 10 power minus 6 only, right? If, listen, now look the key points. If the concentration is greater than 10 power minus 6, we have to what? We have to ignore the H plus concentration. Therefore, what? I do not take what? The what? This is aqueous solution. I do not take what? The concentration of H plus ion in SCl. Okay, please note. I mean, what the concentration? Now, what is the pH formula? We can do directly. Okay, PS equal to minus log of H plus. Minus log of H plus. What is H plus concentration? 10 power minus 3. 10 power minus 3. We know very well, right? What is log A into B? Log B into A. Log B into log A, right? Therefore, here 3 into minus 3. Okay. What is log 10? Please know. What is log 10? The log 10 is equal to 1. Now, what is pH value? The pH what is around 3. Simple. Okay. In same, I going to change the constants. Take a second question. Okay. Calculate the pH of the 10 power minus, please note, 10 power minus 7 molar SCl. Aqueous state. Now if you take what is constant acid concentration, it should be 10 power minus 7. Now look the value. This value what is less than 10 power minus 6. Therefore, the acid concentration what is less than and 10 power minus 6 Therefore, we consider, okay, please note, we consider the H plus concentration of water of H2O. What is H plus concentration of water? Nothing but what? Nothing but the 10 power minus 7. Therefore, in the HCl concentration, 10 power minus 7. Now, what goes to what water concentration? We have to what? We have to add the 2 concentration of H plus ion. Therefore, I get what? The 10 power minus 7 into 10 power plus 10 power minus 7. I take 10 power minus 1, 2 copper, 2 into what? 2 into 10 power minus. This is what? The concentration of the H plus ion in the 10 power minus 7 molar HCl. Now apply the pH formula. What is pH formula? What is formula? The pH equal to, it means what? The minus log of H plus. Right? What is H plus value? pH equal to minus log of what H plus? Nothing but 2 into 10 power minus 7. What is the value? If you do the calculation, what is the value? Around 6.7. See, inga power 3 na answer 3 vandrum, but inga power 7. What is option? Kandipa option irukum. Option A 7 irukum, option B 6.7 irukum, option C வந்து 5.8 இருக்கும், option D வந்து 8. What is answer? 6.7 not 7. புரியுதா? அப்போ concentration of acid ஓட concentration வந்து 10 per minus 6 ஓட கம்மியா இருந்துச்சு அப்படினா we have to what? Consider the H plus concentration of water in the aqueous solution. Please note, okay? Understand? Same calculation, okay? Same method if applied to the base, okay? I give the homework for you. Test yourself. You can find out the pOH of the base solution. Please note the first question. Okay, note this test yourself question. Test yourself question. Same method, okay? Test your self question. Same method you can apply for the base. First question, calculate the pH of pOH of 10 power minus 8 molar sodium hydroxide. Find out. Tell me the answer in comment section. Okay. Now I'm going to what? Case 2. I'm going to find out what is the pH calculation for weak acid, weak base. That's very important. Please note. Case 2. Okay. The pH calculation for weak acid and weak base. Okay. Before going into the pH calculation, I'm going to explain what. Please note, that is Oswald dilution law. Please note, what is the law? That is called Oswald okay, dilution law. For weak calculate, dilution law for weak acid and weak base. Very important. Please note. For example, I take acetic acid base example, right? I take acetic acid CH3, here COOH and equilibrium. What is going to happen? CH3 and COO minus and H plus. At initially times equal to 0, what is concentration of acetic acid? I take C. At time 0, there is no formation of product, right? I put 0 and 0. And times equal to T, okay, what going to happen? C alpha formation of the C alpha. Here also formation of C alpha H plus, okay? Now what is the decomposition of acetic acid? C minus C alpha. Now what is C here? C in concentration. Please notice C. C is concentration of the solution. What is alpha? Degree of dissociation. Very important. What is alpha? The degree of dissociation. Now we know that, right? We know that according to law of mass action, LOMA, law of mass action. What is Ka? It's the acid, right? I put Ka. What is A? Dissociation consumed by acid. What is Ka? Product by that. What is the product here? CH3 in COO minus and H plus. And divided by what? Divided by CH3 here COH. Okay, please note this also aqueous medium. Everything should be aqueous, okay, in the person water. Aqueous medium. Now, what is substitute the value for this one? Now, so I'll go for next slide, okay? Now, see, what is Ka value? Ka is equal to what? The concentration of acetate, sodium acetate, COO minus here H plus by CH3 here COOH. What is concentration of acetate here? C alpha. H plus O, C alpha, right? What is acetic acid? C minus C alpha. Now multiply C square into alpha square. Take C is common, the C common 1 minus alpha, right? Now C cancel. Now what is the value? Alpha square C into alpha square and 1 minus alpha. Now we know that, very important, please note, we know that okay, for weak acid or weak base or weak acid or weak base, okay, the alpha is for less than 1, very very low value, right? Therefore the 1 minus alpha is ignored, is negligible, right? Negligible. Okay, then what is the formula now? And Ka is equal to what? The C alpha squared. For acid, base on the Kb. Kb is equal to base on the Kb, right? Base. Kb is equal to C alpha squared. Now what is alpha now? Alpha is equal to and Ka by C and square root. Similarly, alpha is equal to Kb by C square root. Very very important formula for what? To find out the pH calculation for the weak acid, weak base. Now see, if I take acid na form H plus form in that, other base na OH minus, what is the concentration H plus ion? C alpha. Other OH na the C alpha, please note. Here also very important. The concept H plus ion, what is the formula? That is called C alpha. What is OH minus concentration also? Nothing but what? C alpha. Now we're going to apply same formula, the pH equal to minus log of H plus. That H plus we have to apply this value to the pH formula. Now understand. Okay, I'm going to this listen, this equation 1, this equation 2, this equation 3, this equation 4. Okay, this 4 equation is very very important for what? To derive the weak acid, weak base of the pH formula. Okay, please note. I'm going to start with the first weak acid. Please note, for weak acid, first one, please note, weak acid. For weak acid. Now, what is the formula? The pH equal to minus log of H plus, right? Minus log of H plus. Now, you know what is H plus concept of weak acid? That is nothing but C alpha, right? Nothing but C alpha. What is alpha value? What is alpha? That means what? The square root of Ka by C, right? I can substitute now C into square root of Ka by C. Now, you see a root C into root C, right? Nothing but C. And square root of and Ka by and root C. Root C cancel. Therefore, what is what? H plus concentration. Nothing but what? It means square root of the Ka into C for weak acid. Weak base in the Kb. Now substitute the value to the formula. Now what is value? The pH is equal to what? Minus log of, okay, Ka into C and 1 by 2. Okay. If you do the calculation, what is the final formula? Please note. The pH is equal to and 1 by 2 and pKa minus log C. This is a formula to what? To find out the pH for what? Weak acid. Okay. For weak acid, you're going to apply this only. The same question, listen, if I'm use from a 10 power minus 3 molar, 10 power minus 3 molar Cl, right? Same question, the 10 power minus 3 molar acetic acid, you're going to apply this formula, not that formula. Okay. That formula only for what? Strong acid and strong base. Similarly, for weak base, please note. Weak base and the same. For weak base, same, right? What is OH concentration? It means what is the value? Square root of Kb into C. Now what is the pOH formula? What is pOH? The pOH is equal to half into here pKb, right? pKb minus log C. Simple formula. Now understand, very 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 important. Okay. The question la வந்து weak acid strong acid தெரியணும். Weak base strong base தெரிஞ்சுனா we can apply to find out what? The pH of using these 4 formulas. Okay. I give the summary. Please note the summary. Summary, please note. What is summary I given? Now see. First point. Strong acid. Yes, yes. Strong acid. What is the formula? pH equal to minus log of H plus, right? Log of H plus. Other strong base are what is the formula? Strong base are what is the formula? pH equal to minus log of OH minus. Okay. Other weak acid, what is the formula? Weak acid pH equal to 1 by 2 and pKa minus log C. C na concentration. Question la okay? Fourth. What is weak base formula? Weak base of pH is equal to what? POH, sorry, POH that equal to 1 by 2, nothing but what? The PKB and minus log C. What is the important note? The concentration of acid, right? The concentration of acid and 10 power minus 6 malar now. We're going to what? Ignore H plus concentration of water. H plus concentration of water, H2O. Okay, other concentration of acid is less than 10 power. Less than 10 power minus 6 now. We consider H plus concentration of water. Okay, we know very well for H plus concentration, what is the value? Nothing but 10 power minus 7. The OH concentration 10 power minus 7. Okay, I hope you understand. Okay, how to find out the pH calculation for strong acid and strong base and weak acid, weak base. And upcoming video, I'm going to discuss about what? The mixture of strong acid, strong base, and mixture of weak acid, weak base. Okay, Tata, bye bye. Happy learning. See you next video as soon as possible. Take care.